Having an organized songbook is so important, and I'm so excited to make this video to give you guys tips on how you can organize your songbook. Okay, the first step, pretty obviously enough, is to get a binder. Preferably you should have one that has a pocket on the outside or on the inside right here so that you can put your headshot and resume. And remember, for your headshot and resume, you want to have it back to back. So either you can print it front and back or you can staple it just some way that they're together and your headshot is facing out on one side and your resume is facing out on the other. And I would recommend having about 3 or 5 headshots with you at all times because you never know how many they need. Most places want 1, but sometimes they want 3. It just depends. So have enough so that you're ready. The next thing is dividers, and you should have minimum 4, but max 6. So the 4 tabs are Golden Age Uptempo, Golden Age Ballad, and Golden Age is about anything before 1960. It differs from each school, but it's usually around that. And the other 2 tabs are Contemporary Ballad and Contemporary Uptempo. I do recommend having 2 additional tabs, and that's just in case. Point Park did ask some people in their auditions to sing a pop song, so you should have another tab for pop songs. So like Taylor Swift or Meghan Trainor, or whoever you listen to, some song, and then also a classical or art song, which are just classical songs. I would stay away from anything that's in another language unless they're asking for that. I did end up needing this for Oklahoma City University, and the songs that I had in that category were Last from the Low Country and Come Ready and See Me. So if you wanted to take a look at those songs as options for you, they are linked down in the description below. Also, I'm sure if you talk to your vocal teacher, they'll most likely have recommendations for some classical songs if you can't think of anything off the top of your head. Now, as far as how many songs you should have in each category, I would aim for about 2, but don't put songs in that you have not worked on, you have not gone over the acting, and you don't have memorized. You don't want that to be a song they ask you to sing, so don't put it in if you don't know it well enough. Okay, the next thing you're going to want to have is smaller sticky tabs. They look like this, and these are going to be put on the first page of each of your songs so that you can easily see the division between each song and see what the song is. Also, if that particular piece of sheet music is a cut, you should write the title and then next to it the number of bars that you have cut the piece to. So as an example, I have Anything Goes, and I have the title of the song written here, and then this is a 32 bar cut, and this one is a 16 bar cut. So I wrote that next to it so I could see how many bars are in that piece of sheet music. Just another general tip also from the Anything Goes example. With this cut, I didn't start at the very beginning of the sheet music. So as you can see, I wrote Anything Goes at the top, since there is no cover page for that music, so that you can easily see what it is, or the pianist knows what it is based on that title that you wrote in. Okay, so the next tip I have is for the songs that you're going to sing in your audition. So what you can either do is have 2 sticky notes, and on one mark the number 1 and the other one mark 2 or 3 or how many songs you're singing in that audition. So you can do that so the pianist can see which songs you are singing and in which order and flip to it easily. This is definitely something you can do. However, I do recommend taking out the pieces from the sections that they are organized into and taking them and putting them at the front, because it'll make it so much easier for the pianist and they won't have to flip very far through your book or get confused or anything like that. It's just so simple. Once they finish one song, the next one is right there and they can start. The next thing you're going to want to have to enhance the organization is have a table of contents. So you should have table of contents written at the top, and then your name, that's mine, yeah. And then have each of the 4 categories, or 6, however many you have. I didn't have the other 2 categories here, but you should put them on yours. And then you should write the song, what show it's from, and then who wrote it. You can also write the year. You don't need to, but you could write the year. And if you wanted to find out when a show came out, just search up when was the first performance of blank, 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 and then you should find it, and you could figure out what time period it fits into. Also, the 2 songs or whatever songs you're singing in that audition, you should have highlighted. Just makes it easier so that whoever wants to go through your table of contents, if they want you to sing more songs, can already see what you have done. If you have a cut of a song, just another tip is to have the entire song as well, in case they ask you to sing the whole song, or just in case you realize you need a different cut of it, then you can easily do that in a moment's notice. I said this in another video, but definitely practice what you're going to say to the pianist. Another thing you can have, hole reinforcers or hole reinforcements, and you definitely don't need to have these, but they can be a nice option for if the music is ripping and falling out. You can also use the laminate sheet protectors. It's just a clear thing that you put your sheet music into. I never used these, and it's like so controversial in the whole pianist world because some pianists love it and some hate it. But if you do get them, the good thing about them is that, I mean, they're easier to turn pages because it's plastic. It's easier to like smooth. I don't know, that's what I've been told. Anyways, they're apparently easier to flip pages, but some hate it because if there's a light source above, then it'll reflect and then it'll be really hard to see the music, and then they could mess up playing because they can't even see what's there. So if you do get them, I would get the matte versions if you can find that so that it won't have a glare, but best case scenario, you save money and don't use them, or just use the reinforcement, the whole reinforcement things instead. Now, at some auditions, they will ask you to sing more than the 2 songs that you prepare and bring into the room, 2 or 3, however many. But that never happened to me, even in the schools that I got into. I'm not saying that won't happen to you. I've definitely heard from other people that that has happened to them. So have other songs and be open-minded. The great thing about the table of contents is if they want to see what songs you have, or if you want to see what songs you have, you can just easily go to that and see every song that you have and just read off your list, and they can be like, perfect, sing that song. And you're like, awesome. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like and make sure to leave all your questions. If you have any questions after this video or any questions about anything regarding the audition process, just let me know and I will do my best to answer to the best of my ability, of course. And also, it'd be awesome if you could subscribe so that you can see when all my other videos are coming out and just to show your support. Also, I have linked below pretty much everything I've said in this video in a document down in the description below that will help you if you want to look over this again, or if you lose your audition binder and you need to know what materials you need to get at a moment's notice. So definitely make sure to look at that and have a wonderful day. Goodbye.